My ex added me to his daughter's school pickup list without telling me. 1. When I tell you my blood boiled that day, I mean it. So, picture this. 8 years ago, I was pregnant with my son. I thought I had a family, a future. But while I was carrying our baby, my ex was busy sleeping with someone else, and she got pregnant too. Our kids were born the same year, same age, same father, different worlds. Now, he's married to her, the woman he cheated with. They have their happy little picture. And I've spent years doing my best to keep things civil for our son's sake. We share custody, 50-50. That's it. I don't talk to his wife, I don't talk to their daughter, and I sure as hell don't pretend she's part of my life. Then 2 weeks ago, I get this call from the school. It's his custody week. They say, hey, no one's picked up your son. Can you come get him? Of course I go, because he's my son. I pull up to the school, walk into the office, and there she is, his daughter, the product of everything that destroyed my marriage. Sitting next to my son, swinging her legs, holding her backpack. The teacher looks at me and goes, oh, perfect. You're here for both of them. I blink. Both of them? She smiles like it's the most normal thing in the world. Yes, you're listed as an approved pickup for both children. My stomach drops. I'm sorry. What? She repeats it, points to the clipboard. My name, written right there. My ex and his wife had added me as an authorized pickup for their daughter, without saying a single damn word to me. I could feel heat crawling up my neck. I said, no, I'm only here for my son. Please remove me from her list, immediately. The teacher looked uncomfortable, like she wasn't sure what to do. She said she'd pass it along, that it would be taken care of. I signed my son out, grabbed his hand, and walked out of that building before I said something I'd regret. Later that night, I checked our parenting app. Nothing. No message from my ex. No explanation. Then, hours later, I get a text. A furious one. How could you leave her there? He writes. She was at the school until 7. You were already there. You could have just taken both of them. I stared at the screen, my hands shaking. I wrote back, she is not my child. I picked up my son. Don't ever put me in that position again. He goes off, says I'm heartless, that his wife was stuck out of town, that he was at work, that I knew the kids go to the same school. And I'm thinking, you want me, the woman you cheated on, the woman you humiliated, to pick up the kid you had with your affair partner because you didn't plan ahead? No, absolutely not. He tells me I could have done the decent thing. I tell him the decent thing would have been not to lie, not to cheat, not to drag me into your mess 8 years later. But he doesn't get it. He never does. He keeps pushing, says I left a child stranded. And maybe that sounds bad. Sure, she's 8, she's innocent. But you know what? I didn't abandon her. Her parents did. They put me on that list without permission, like I'm some backup babysitter for their mistakes. My son was sitting quietly in the car when I got that message. He looked at me and said, Mom, why is Dad mad? And I had to take a deep breath before answering. He's just upset about something that's not our fault, because it wasn't. I did what I was supposed to. I took care of my kid. I showed up when the school called. But somehow, in his twisted logic, I'm the villain for not playing the perfect ex-wife, the one who saves the day for his new family. I found out later his wife's flight got delayed. He couldn't leave work, and their daughter waited in the school office until someone finally showed up at 7. When I heard that, I did feel a little pang. She's a child. She didn't ask for any of this. But then I remembered standing in that office, seeing my name on that pickup list, written by people who didn't even have the respect to ask me first. No phone call, no text, no warning, just assumption, entitlement. Like I'm still supposed to clean up after his life. I deleted the message thread, called the school the next morning to make sure my name was gone from every list but my son's. The secretary said, oh yes, we've removed you. It's all sorted. And I just exhaled, like I'd been holding my breath since the day I found out about that affair. Because in that moment, it hit me. They wanted to blur the line between their family and mine, to pull me back in, even if just a little. But I'm done being the safety net. I'm done pretending that what he did didn't tear something apart that never really healed. He can figure out his own emergencies. His wife can make her own phone calls. And I'll keep showing up for my son every time. But never again for the child that came from the moment my life shattered. Because that's where I draw the line. And I'm not crossing it again.